Hi, I'm Davis, and welcome to another edition of Quick Bytes, our first impression review series here on Game Grazers. Today, we'll be taking a look at the long-awaited Kickstarter project by Keiji Inafune's Comcept, Mighty Number 9. A quick disclaimer first. I was a backer for this game, but I'd like to attempt to review it on its own merits, separate from the development cycle drama that kind of plagued it. That being said, let's dive in. Today's opinions are based on about 30 minutes of play, enough for the intro level and to progress through and fail in the stages of Mighty's number 1 and 2. As a Mega Man fan, I want to tell you this game is the spiritual successor that we all wanted, but it isn't. Shigeru Miyamoto once said, "A delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is bad forever." And sadly, despite its numerous delays, Mighty Number 9 does not fit that description. What is strikingly odd is that all at once it managed to capture some aspects of what we would expect from a modern 2D Mega Man game, and yet it fails to meet every single one of them. Aesthetically, it feels like a Mega Man game should, lighthearted and cartoony, and yet it feels dull and lifeless. It looks and feels like it should control as tightly as its forebear, but it feels clunky and heavy. It has its tough moments, but they feel more like the level is poorly designed, or I'm subjected to some form of bad RNG, or my controls just don't match what I'm supposed to do. The music fits, but yet feels as uninspired as the environs it's meant to convey. While not a direct copy per se, the story feels more like a Mega Man fan fiction set in another world. Robots are all good, then most become bad. Hero and his scientist and robot friends to the rescue. Just seems to lack a Dr. Wily surrogate at this early portion of the game. And what was most jarring about the story was that in the introduction level, it stops the action to advance the story. I don't mind narrative elements being spoken while I'm playing the game, but I wasn't even playing for more than 45 seconds before the game so blatantly just stopped me in my tracks while I was going through the tutorial area. And given how perfect an introduction level there was in Mega Man X, I shudder at this particular betrayal. For a game so incessantly delayed, what is given to us is a showcasing of lazy development at best. Every element feels unwashed and undercooked, and it seems as if everyone took up a that's good enough for government work kind of attitude to the whole thing. And one of the best things that can make me say is that maybe it's a good thing that Mega Man Legends 3 was cancelled. And that is a statement that butchers my soul. But you know what? Enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and bring in the grazing scale. The aesthetic feels thematically correct, but the graphics feel boring and dull. Controls, while adequate, still kind of feel slow and heavy. The sound elements are nothing particularly great or bad. The story for this setting, it just feels overdone. Whether intentionally meant to be unfair or not, the levels seem to lack personality and also seem to be just artificially challenging. That's why I say this game is probably something I'll just nibble on. But that's not to say that Mighty Number 9 is bad, and in fact, there's some hidden charm to it. You can actually feel Mega Man's soul there, but just like a tiny little piece of it, and it's yearning to be free. That does it for this episode of Quick Bytes. If you like what we have going on around here and want to see more, why not give that subscribe button a little bit of a nibble? And if you want to really help us out, why not share this video or our others? Thanks again, and we'll catch you next time. Ciao.